Hi, my name is NITHIN. This is an introduction to the ForceQuery 2.0. So ForceQuery is a dedicated web-based query engine for Salesforce. Basically, it allows you to query from Salesforce using SOQL or SOSL. Well, that being said, let's look into the product itself. nithinpb.com is going to be the starting point. So let's type the URL in the browser and wait for a few seconds to load. So once the page is loaded, you can see some of the features and other description about the product is listed in the home page. So let's look into the dashboard itself. So for that, let's click on the try for free button. To access the dashboard, you have to authenticate with the Salesforce first. For authenticating, you have two options available here. So one is the username and password method, and the other one is OAuth2 method. So for this demo purpose, I'm going to use OAuth2. So before clicking this button, make sure you are in the right Salesforce environment. Here in my situation, I'm using a production environment, so I'm on the production and click on this login with Salesforce button. So this will prompt you to enter your Salesforce credentials. Type your Salesforce credentials and click on login. So it asks me to verify the identity, so let me do that. So let me click verify. So once you successfully verified your authentication, you will be directly redirected to the dashboard, and here in the dashboard you will be presented with some boilerplate SQL query, and you will be also, you can see that it is also presented with all your objects in Salesforce. So basically this dashboard layout can be split into three. So in the left hand side you can see all of your objects, Salesforce objects are listed. In the center piece, it is basically split into two. So the top portion is the query editor and the bottom portion is the preview window. So in between you can see some query controls are also available that we look into later. So let's start with some basic query. So for this demo, I'm going to select first name and the last name from the contact object. So let me click on, to run this query, just click on this execute button. So basically it returned me the result and the number of rows present. So basically I have 20 results, and these all are paginated into 7 different pages. So if you want to see this result in more space, what you can do is you can just grab this mouse pointer here and just drag up. So basically this gives you more space to view your result. So right now it is reduced to 2 pages, you can toggle between them. So this is the basic step to execute query in this ForceQuery. Let me expand this query with some more additional fields. So to know what all are fields available in the contact object, let's go to the contact object first. Let me select it here and expand this contact object. So once the contact object is expanded, you can see all the available fields in the contact object. So these all are the fields available for that object. So rather than writing it here, what you can do is just grab one of the fields. So say for example, I need to get the account ID for that particular, for every row. So grab the account ID, drop it to the editor. So it will be automatically generated the field, the API name. So you can do it for all of the fields, and let me add this other address also. So I'm looking for first name, last name, account ID, mail city, and other address. Let me execute this query again. So here I have all the requested data. So if you notice that I only requested for 5 different fields, I think 2, 3, 4, 5, but here in the result I have more than 5 fields. So that's because this other address is a type of address data type. So basically the address data type is more like a nested object. So it's like it having field inside field. So this other address city, other address country, geocode accuracy, latitude, longitude, other address postal code, state, these all are properties of this other address. That's why the result window have more result than we expected. So say for example, imagine a situation where you need to get all the data from all the columns. So it is very difficult to write all these column names here in the query, or just drag and dropping is also very difficult. So in those kind of situations, what you can do is let me open a new tab, and what you can do is just grab the object itself and drop it here. So basically this will generate the query for getting all the data from all fields. So basically let me execute this. So here you can see that in the result preview I have data from all the fields of contact object. So pretty simple, right? Yep. Okay, so those are the results. So I would like to talk something about this table as well. So basically this table allows you to do some basic Excel operations from the ID and from the ForceQuery itself. So the first option will be the global filter. So if you want to search for anything specific, say for example I need to search for bond, I can search it here. So basically this search will allows me to look for a matcher record in all the columns. Okay, so basically if I need to search for false only, I can do that here. If I need to look for this particular ID, I can also do that here. But some scenarios you need to do specific column wise search. For that, what you have to do is just go to the column that you want to filter and click on this 3 bar. So this is the filter. So you can use a couple of options here, and for this demo I'm going to use so basically it filter out the record that having the last name Young. Okay, that is how you need to use column filters. So let me clear this for now. And if you want to sort this result, you can also do that. So just click on the column header, and by clicking this again and again, you will be presented with the sorted result in ascending and descending order. So you can do that for all of your fields. Okay, so if you want to reorder the result, so for example I need to see the first name in the first place and I want to see the last name in the second place, you can always reorder this. And if you want to remove any of these columns from the result, that is also possible. So in this situation I need to remove this is deleted. What I can do is just grab it and pop it out, so it's gone. And okay, this looks good for me. So what I have to do is I need this result to be saved for the future. So what I can do is just click on this save button. This will allows me to save the result. So right now it only allows you to export data as CSV, but in the future you will be provided with JSON and Excel options. So I'm not going to save this result for now, so let me close this. Okay, so that's the bare minimum functionality that you get for the SOQL. So let's move into the SOSL. So for that, let's open a tab first. So basically, like I mentioned earlier, this ForceQuery also supports SOSL queries. So basically, SOSL queries allows you to search for a specific keyword in the entire Salesforce objects. So say for example, so the SOSL query starts with the keyword find. So I'm telling Salesforce that find for the keyword NITHIN in Salesforce. So basically, Salesforce scans the entire object in Salesforce and it checks whether the keyword NITHIN is available in any of the Salesforce objects. So this is the result window. So basically it's telling me that the NITHIN keyword is available in the user object. So this is the particular record, and it is presented me the ID for that particular record. So let me show you another example. So right now I'm searching for the keyword DO. So this probably gives me more result. Let me execute this. Yeah. So the DO keyword is distributed over 7 different objects. So basically there is total 25 results available, and out of this 25, one is from lead, one is from contact, one is from account, 7 is from the list view, and so on. So basically you will get the ID for each and every record, and as well as the record name, I mean the object name. So if you want to export this result, you can also do that by clicking the save button. If you want to export, the export is available in all windows. So let me try with some other syntax. So I'm just telling the Salesforce that I only need to look into account, and if some result is found, I need ID, name. Other than account, I also need to look into the contact as well. So if something is found in the contact, I need ID, I need name, I need first name, I need last name, and the email. So let's run this. So like I mentioned in the query, you can see that it returned me the whole columns. So right now it only looked for account and contact, and it didn't return me the specific column names that I mentioned in the query. So in account, I asked for ID and name. So it basically provided me the ID of that particular record and the name. If you look in the contact, I requested for ID, first name, last name, email, and it gives me that. So this is how you are going to use SOSL with the ForceQuery. So basically this is the same syntax as Salesforce, there is no difference. So say for example, just imagine a situation where you need to save this query and you have to use it for tomorrow. So you can also do that. So just click on the save button and you can save the query. This will search for your keyword, and I'm just using the same. Just forgot. Yeah, I'm just using the same title and description. So let's click on save. So basically it saved to the local. So if you are in incognito, you can use this option effectively. Make sure you are not in incognito, because I'm using local system storage for storing this result. So let me close this, and that's it with the SOSL as well. Oh, just one thing. So if you are in SOSL mode, at almost all conditions, the editor automatically identifies that you are in the SOSL mode. so basically if you are in SOSL mode, there is a toggle in the bottom, so that will be enabled. So if you found that toggle is not enabled, you can always manually enable that. And yeah, that's the one thing that I want to point out. And also there is an option for formatting these queries. You can always format queries, and you have a couple of tab options. And yeah, that's it with the options. And at the end, yeah, I would like to show you how you can use the saved query as well. So basically, so just few minutes ago I just saved this query, and if I need to reuse this query, what I have to do is just grab this query and drop it to the editor. So basically this is how I can reuse the query again and again. So this will give me the same result as before. Okay, so after you're done with everything, you can log out. So basically to log out, just go to this your profile name, click here, and you can click on the logout button. So in the profile window, you will be provided with the email ID, your user ID, and your organization ID. So I'm just clicking the logout, and I'm just logged out from the system, and I am right now in the authentication page. Yeah, that's pretty much with the features. So thank you for watching this video, and if you find this useful, please share this video.